Welcome back to Finding Home, the show where we explore the journeys of people from around the world on a quest to find our own home. Today's guest is a presenter and actor who recently cameoed in a Disney movie. Welcome, Lewis.
Hi, my name's Lewis. I'm from the UK as well.
Yep.
And yeah, I've been in Korea now for like just over 5 years.
Wow.
So
Let's start back at the beginning.
okay.
It's good to hear everyone's story from the beginning to understand the context of everything and to really get a feel of kind of how the journey's been from then to now. So yeah.
So I kind of came here by accident, to be honest. It was COVID. So we just had the first lockdown. It was like furloughed or sent home from work. And at the time, I'd planned like November that year to move to New Zealand.
Wow.
To do like, I think you could do like 3-year working holiday. So that was the plan. And then kept checking through the news. And then it was like, no, borders shut. Wow. And I was ready to get away. Like flat was in the process of being sold. Everything was practically packed up. And I was like, oh, where can I go? And Korea was the only place like still accepting applications at the time.
That's interesting. So it was kind of like luck of the draw. You were ready to go and it just landed on Korea.
Pretty much. I'd looked at coming here before, just for a holiday, like in January, I think the year before, and I seen the weather. I was like, no, it's too cold. So
that's one thing I'm feeling now. Now that it's winter, it's way colder than the UK, and I did not expect it. I did not expect it at all. Do you have any advice? How am I going to survive the winter here?
Go to Daiso, buy some hand packs. You can get like the face covers.
Well, like a heated face cover?
Not heated ones, but like, you know, like over a coat, like to cover your face.
Wow. Okay.
Probably one of them. Yeah,
I'm gonna give that a go.
Thermals.
Yeah, I've seen everyone with like the hand warmers this week. Everyone's with the door. Yeah, need to get some of those. You came here on a working visa, you said?
Yeah, so first I'd done a working holiday. So initially it was just for 1 year.
Okay.
And then I extended it after. But actually when I first came here, you were lucky, I think you didn't have to do it, a quarantine period.
Yeah. Wow.
So
how long was it?
I think it was about 10 days. I think it was okay. I had an Airbnb, so it wasn't too bad. But that was, I don't know, that's quite an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, kind of like home arrest almost.
Yeah, I bet it must have been like shocking to move to a new country and then you're not allowed to see any of it for 10 days.
Yeah, right.
So like, how did you feel just coming here, I guess, then? Like, was it, in those 10 days, what was running through your mind? Because you came alone, right?
Yeah. It felt, I don't know, weird, because like going to the airport and then when I flew, you had to have the mask and like a face shield and stuff like that. So it was really weird and not really many people flying and a lot of questions, like stops and checks along the way. But when I landed in Incheon, I was like chaperoned away into a like COVID taxi. So they basically had like plastic sheets. Wow. Got to the Airbnb, really nice. I think the host was really good. She made like, you know, like local food, like gimbap, and would leave it outside, knock the door, which was quite sweet. Yeah, I don't know. It was okay for the first few days. I was still like tying things up and, you know, body clock and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Halfway through, I'd say it got hard. Like, I just want to go out and see people
just looking out the window.
Yeah.
Wow, that must have been like a tough experience. It's already hard enough, like people I've spoken to, obviously, and myself, like acclimatizing to a brand new place. Yeah. But then having that limiter as well must have been difficult. So I guess when you finally got freedom, what were some of the first things you did?
Do you know what? It was really weird, to be honest. I've been to other places before, like going out, exploring, but I don't know, it felt like I was doing something wrong, like going out, like, can I go? And it was like an application. You'd done like the check-in and the period, go out. I don't know, it just felt really weird. Wow. Like being allowed out and like, you know, noises and cars and smells and people. But yeah, it was nice. It felt like almost pointless having done the 10 days.
Yeah.
Like, but my first impressions, I Quite liked it. I didn't know anything about Korea before coming.
Oh wow.
Nothing about the language. I knew about Korean barbecue, and to be honest, it's probably about the only thing.
Yeah, the basics, like just an awareness of Korean culture.
Yeah.
Maybe like a surface level awareness, but yeah, I think the language thing, I didn't expect it to be as difficult as it was. If that makes sense. Like when I first came here for myself, I wonder how it is for you. Like I thought more people would speak English.
Okay.
Maybe that was like some ignorance on my behalf. But then when I got here and realized that it was literally just like all the signs are in Korean and like not everyone speaks English, and I was like, wow, I actually have to learn this language.
Did you study anything before you came? No.
Okay, I learned how to say 안녕하세요 and like 감사합니다, like the basics, just before, so I could be polite at the airport.
Right.
So it helped a little bit, but it was like something else I had to learn, something else I had to do.
It's more than I did.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you manage that? Did you decide to like enroll in the class or something, or?
I did look at it. There was like a free, like Seoul Global Center, I think, but because it was COVID, it was like suspended or like half the numbers. So to be honest, I kind of just picked things up as I went, and I only planned to be here for 1 year.
I hear that from everyone. Everyone says I'm only in Korea for 1 year, and then they end up being here for like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, right.
So what kind of drew you to stay then? I guess we're kind of jumping to the end. We'll fill in the middle in a minute, but what kind of kept you staying?
I think to keep me to stay, probably, I quite like the culture. It's a different culture, obviously, which I quite like. Cheaper. I'd say, I mean, today's pretty cold, but better climate for the most part. And also, I think opportunities, like different opportunities in Korea. And I have to say, outside of like the cities, it's quite a beautiful place.
Definitely. I think if you get the chance to go to places like Chuncheon and like nearby areas, you see like these like vast valleys covered in like lush green. It's so different to Seoul.
Yeah.
And it's definitely worth like checking out and exploring, for sure. And even the weather, like you said, I think it's like an extreme thing. It's like either really hot or really cold here, I feel like. But I think on the balance, it's better.
Yeah, I know, I agree.
Okay, I think you touched on there like some of the opportunities then. So obviously you came on a working holiday.
Yeah.
What was some of like the early work that you did here?
So to start with, I thought, right, you know, a few months off, stay in Seoul, not really do much, travel around. So I had a great time going to like the palace, any tourist attractions, really good because there was nobody there. So you could like just walk around. And I took my brother, he came like a couple of years ago, and my friend this year. There's so many people.
It's heaving.
It's horrible. I hate it. But yeah, traveled around, and then I headed to Daejeon. And the plan there was like a workaway. Okay. It's like bed and board for doing like 3 hours.
Wow.
Language exchange. So that was for university students or maybe like older people. That was quite interesting. I quite enjoyed it. Met some cool people.
So you said 3 hours of it's just like talking with them so they learn English basically.
Like kind of like conversation, daily conversation.
That's quite nice then. So you got to explore a whole other side of the country. You said bed and board was provided?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's nice. How long did you do that for?
So I stayed in Daejeon, I want to say around 2 months. And then I went to a small town called Gimhae.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, okay. It's near Busan.
Okay.
Like Busan's here is maybe like 45 minutes.
Okay.
Countryside.
Wow.
And the plan there was to do strawberry picking.
Really?
Yeah. So with this one, it was like paid. Only a small bit, but bed and board as well. And I thought, you know what, I want a different experience to what I've ever done. So yeah, I done strawberry picking maybe 2 months as well.
Wow, so you went, obviously your background, we didn't really touch on your background.
Yeah.
But obviously you were at the BBC, right?
So I done some work with BBC Bristol, BBC Wales in the past. And then as a student, I done like extra work, like Channel 4, what was it, Made in Chelsea.
Oh wow.
And different things.
That's cool.
But primarily I worked as a recruitment manager for a coffee company,
Okay.
Nespresso.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting because I also worked in recruitment for a little bit before I came here.
Yeah.
Wow. So you went from that and then to strawberry picking.
To strawberry picking. Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Like in terms of like, I think people travel for different reasons.
Right.
They leave where they are to go for different things. Some people want to get abroad to save money or to like chase an ambition or a lifestyle they've imagined in their head. For you, it sounds like it was more so about just trying different things.
Yeah.
So how did it like, how were you feeling at that time? Like, were you enjoying it a lot? Were you enjoying life? Or were you like, I wonder if I can wake up tomorrow to pick these strawberries?
You know what? I did quite enjoy it. It's a completely different experience. And I don't know, it's quite fulfilling. Because normally you just go to the office, do the daily grind, and then go home. Here you could sort of see your work, like, I don't know, 5 boxes of strawberries or, I don't know, 10 boxes, whatever. So, I don't know, it felt more like back to basics, almost.
Yeah, I guess kind of like reverting back to how we used to live as humans in a way.
Yeah, right.
Wow, that must be fulfilling because you, like you said, you get to see all the work in the day, even sweating in the sun, and then you see, these are my boxes. I picked those strawberries.
And it was quite nice because it was winter, but the greenhouse was like a steady 30 degrees.
Oh, wow.
So,
so like nice. You're on holiday.
Yeah.
Like t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, and then I got frostbite. I had to go to the hospital. Yeah.
Wow, that's another. Run us through that story. Tell us about it.
Because it was so cold outside, and like you say, I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt.
Typical.
And you know, music on, cutting the strawberry things, but I woke up and my hands were like swollen up and super itchy.
Oh, no.
But I had the same problem in England once, and no one really knew what it was.
Wow.
And then it came back because it was like the following year. And I went to this small clinic in Gimhae, and the man was like, oh, it's like frostbite, give me these tablets, and it went.
Wow.
I was like, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like this, I don't know, backwater place, and like knew what the problem was, dealt with it. So
that's one thing I noticed here is about like how they just like medicine here and like the whole setup. Like obviously we have the NHS and we're used to like, oh, everything's free and this and that. But on the balance, I prefer paying for it. I think the service is much better. And like you said, like even the doctors, I feel like maybe they're more trained here, better standard potentially than in the UK. But I'm glad that they managed to.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, they managed to swallow your hands. And then from there, what's next?
So after Gimhae, I had a plan to go to Danyang.
Okay.
At that time it was winter, so it was meant to be like another work away, stay in a kind of like a B&B and do some work around there. But I got contacted about a kids cafe in Daegu.
Okay.
So I went there just for 1 week, got the job. Everything kept getting pushed back. So I was thinking like, where am I going to stay? Like nothing was working out. But yeah, after that, I kind of just stayed in Daegu for the remaining part of like working holiday, working at kids cafes, which definitely out my comfort zone. Before, like even with a cousin, I'd be like, oh, hi, you know, don't know what to do. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's rewarding, like, you know, when the kids do something, repeat something, learn something.
Yeah,
so
it definitely is rewarding. I think working with children, even I myself have felt that it's a very fulfilling job. I've got a newfound respect for my teachers from when I was younger.
Yeah, right.
It's the energy levels sometimes are crazy high and you just have to manage it. And I think you learn a lot about yourself as well.
Yeah.
And you develop a lot of patience, things like that. But what's Daegu like? Because I haven't actually been to Daegu.
So it's good. I'm still there now,
wow.
Mostly, and then just come up to Seoul for like a few days and then go back. But it's nice. It's much more residential. Really? It's still big. There's like a lot going on. But I definitely notice when I come up to Seoul that you see a lot of like foreign people, travelers. You don't really get that.
Really?
Not in the area I live, in Daegu, which I quite like. But Daegu's nice. It's surrounded by mountains, a lot of like military bases and stuff like that.
That's cool. So you prefer it to Seoul?
I do, but no one told me when I first came it's called Defrica in summer because it's the hottest place in Korea.
Wow. How hot did it get this summer?
This year was awful. It was about 38 and about 100% humidity like the whole time. So
you can't do anything.
Not good. No.
I need to go visit though because I have heard good things about it. And I think there's like on one of the mountains like a famous like skywalk, right?
Yeah.
I need to go check that out and then see what the city's like. You said you come up to Seoul now. Kind of what are you doing for work these days?
So I done the 1 year working holiday, changed it luckily to get a second year, which it won't advertise. And I found on like a expat Facebook group, someone was like, oh, you can do a second one. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. But I was still looking at options to stay after. Didn't really want to do teaching. I did look at it and then I thought, no, what else can I do? And I thought maybe I can use some of what I'd done in the past and try and change into like an entertainment field. But it'd been a little while since I'd done it and in a different country, so I was quite nervous.
Of course.
Contacting like a bunch of agencies, like a few get back to you and then signed, but I still had like 7 months on my second year.
Oh wow.
And they wanted me to like go back to England and change like within like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I was like, I wasn't ready, but they're like, sort of like, if you don't do it, then we'll pick someone else. I was like, right, okay. I went back, but yeah, I've been with them now for about 3.5 years.
Wow. What's your experience been like with that? Because I know a few people that do like modeling here and acting and with some agencies, and I've heard some horror stories as well as like some mixed reviews about some of these agencies. What's your experience been like?
I've also heard, I mean, my one has not been too bad. I think it's been quite a good agency. For me, it works because they're quite hands-off. Like, they'll find some jobs. I'll mostly find the jobs, which for me works well. I like filling my own schedule rather than just being presented with one. But I know for a lot of people, they expect the agency to find the jobs and like waiting for the agency to give them a job. And I think if you come straight from your home country here expecting to be busy with entertainment all the time is not gonna happen like that. But I think I wasn't that naive about it.
Okay, so you kind of had like a certain expectations coming into it. You didn't expect to just suddenly be like in a load of K-dramas and fully booked, acting, doing like commercials for Samsung and stuff. That's good, because I think there is definitely a naivety, because I think people see like the foreigners over here doing it, and because of like content creation now as well, especially on social media, people look a lot busier than they actually are.
Right.
So people come over here and they're like, yeah, I'm ready to do this, let's go. And then they're like, I'm only doing 2 things this month. How am I going to pay rent? Could you dive into a little bit kind of like, how do you kind of find the work here then, like be yourself? Because you said you kind of find your own gigs. So kind of, I guess, people that want to do it potentially, how can they go about doing that?
I've learned is about who you know and maintaining like a relationship, because the first year is all about sort of, I don't know, creating your brand, like social media, contacts, having like a strong portfolio, and even like taking like the low paid jobs, like 12, 18 hours and 150K. It's like you have to like work your way up. But I think a lot of people come and do maybe like 1 year or 2 years, but it is really competitive and is not a stable job, say like teaching, where you get a set salary. But to be honest, I think it's about like valuing yourself and not taking like all the low paid jobs. Because I'd say recently, like a lot of the jobs, even like a movie extra or other things, the payment now seems a lot lower than it was like 3 years ago.
Really?
And I think because people have been accepting lower jobs, or like they're not even like in the entertainment industry and stuff. So I think that's sort of played
So it's it's like diluted the kind of the supply in a way.
Yeah, right.
Because there's now more supply, you can then set the price lower, and someone who's just got here who's struggling to pay rent will just be like, "Yep, I'll do it for 50K."
Right.
Yeah. That's annoying for people in the industry, but it seems to be working for you.
It works for me. I think I wouldn't say picky, but selective. Okay. I'm selective about the jobs that I take. And for me, I found like voice recording is much better. There's always like a higher payment in a warm studio, not like a 12, 15 hour day outside. Although I do those from time to time, and I've learned, say last year I didn't really do many of them.
Okay.
And it's surprising, sort of like, how can I say, like the friendships you make on these shoots, and they sort of lead to other things after. So this year I've tried to do a few more, but yeah, I think it really depends on like what you want to be doing.
For sure. I think if you have a clear vision and like idea, I guess, of what you want to do, like I want to just do acting or I just want to do modeling. Yeah. And you're kind of set on that being your career path, and I guess you can make it work, and you'll put up with the lower paying stuff to build a portfolio, like you said, and kind of get things moving. Yeah. But I feel like if people want to come here just to come here and fill the gap, maybe it's not the best thing to do.
I think so. And now is like quite difficult to extend like entertainment visas and things like that. So you will always need to have like, you know, what you're doing in the future. And even like, you know, if you search your name on the internet, you need like a whole list of like, oh, they done this, this person was in that, oh, they have this account, you know, like referenced things. Definitely. Yeah, I think like dramas and K-dramas, there's always a lot of like extra roles in those, but because I've had like presenting experience and some radio stuff, I've been fortunate to be able to do some of that here. And also then when I've gone back to England, I didn't this year, but last year I done some stuff with BBC Wales, which was quite interesting.
Yeah, I think that's what I saw on your Instagram. Yeah. What was that experience like? Kind of, how many times do you go back in a year?
Usually once, if at all. Okay. But yeah, I went back last October, just for about 10 days. But yeah, it was good. I got to do an interview with BBC Wales on the radio, and also filled in and done this weather presenting, which I'd done in the past when I was younger. But that was quite cool. Yeah, quite enjoyed that.
How does it feel going back to the UK now? Because I've only been here like 7 months, 8 months now. Okay. So I'm still kind of fresh. But I feel like after having like now like fully moved your life abroad, what does it feel like going back? Personally, I feel very disconnected from like the society. Of course, I miss like family and friends, and it's great to see them. And that solely is the reason to take a visit back. But the place, I view it differently. Like I think, oh, this building's nice, or you know, like the history, because you don't really get that here so much, because it's all like modern buildings and stuff. But yeah, like the society aspect, I feel quite disconnected from. And you see things about like, I don't know, crime or safety and stuff. And it's like in Korea, I happily leave my laptop, my phone, go to the bathroom in a cafe or whatever. I wouldn't do that like back home. Definitely not. Yeah. Definitely. I think that's a big aspect of it, and I think that's one of the most talked about aspects is like the safety. Yeah. Because that's one thing I've realized, because I'm from like just outside of South London, so I went to school in South London, and in that environment, like when you're walking home at night, you have to keep checking your shoulder, your shoulder. Right. You hear a sound, you're like, wait, what's that? Like, you're constantly on edge and just being alert. Yeah. But here, you can like let that go, you know, you can drop it, and you can really like, it's a lot more of a relaxed life. Like I feel calm when I'm out walking. Yeah, and I think that's a big difference, and it's definitely something you feel, I guess, when you go back, as you said. I even here, like any time of night, like 3, 4 in the morning is like safe. Yeah, anywhere. Yeah, anywhere. But I do think part of that. Actually, let me ask you first. Why do you think it's so safe here? One, surveillance, and second, maybe like if you did commit a crime, the punishment might be harsher than it might be, say, in the UK. Potentially. That's a guess. I don't know either, like the law, the legal proceedings. But I think surveillance is a big thing, and it's something that I've like actively noticed. I think being here, I don't know how you felt about it, but I feel like there are cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Like everywhere you go, there's cameras, and it does feel that sometimes, like even when you're online or like you're like ordering food, like you have to do your whole put in all of your information to order food or things like this. Like it feels like you're constantly being watched sometimes. I don't know if you've had the same sort of feeling or experience.
It's frustrating. Yeah.
Yeah, it is frustrating, but I think the trade-off is nice. The safety.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Okay, this next segment we're going to move into now, we're going to play a little game. Okay. It's a little game. Don't worry, it's not too much thought.
All right.
Okay, it's a game called Home or Away. I'm going to get my phone up for the questions.
Okay.
It's very simple. I'm going to say a topic or a category or something, and you're going to say whether it's better at home,
yeah,
which is the UK,
yeah,
or away, which is here.
Okay.
And then we can go into why. Welcome to Home or Away. The first topic we're going to touch on is quality of life.
Oh, that's a difficult one. I'm probably going to say home.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I think Korea is a great place and it's cheaper to live and you could probably have a better lifestyle. But I think for me, I miss the fresh air. I miss the space, a house with a garden. And I think if you were going to settle down, UK is probably the better place to do that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think the fact that no one has a garden here.
Yeah.
For me, like even I've tried looking at Airbnbs to like rent, even for like Christmas Day or something with like an oven. Okay. I can't find an Airbnb with an oven anywhere.
Yeah, right.
To like even cook some food, but like a lot of people here, I think it is a stepping stone. Next one is food. Home or away, food.
I miss British food, but I probably say away.
Yeah, the thing is with British food, in fact, you can't find it anywhere here.
Right.
Yeah, you have to like make it yourself. But Korean food is pretty good.
Yeah, I think the flavors of the Korean food are on point. They're quite nice.
That's true. What's your favorite dish? Or like a top 3 if you don't have one.
I quite like bulgogi. It's quite nice. Or bibimbap, samgyeopsal. It's quite nice, but not really for the meat. Just like the banchan side dishes. There's a lot going on, but it's nice.
Yeah, I love how like whenever you sit down, there's like loads of things to pick from.
Yeah, right.
There's a little accessory. It's similar to like Lebanese cuisine because I'm part Lebanese.
Okay.
So when we sit down to eat, we have like so much on the table. You have bread, hummus, like falafel. Nice. Like you have a lot of options.
Do you struggle to find that food here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lebanese food. Someone needs to open a Lebanese restaurant in Seoul, and it might be me. It might be someone else, but it needs to happen. There are no Lebanese restaurants in the whole, even it seems in the country, there's no Lebanese restaurants. Okay. There are some like Arab restaurants, there's a Jordanian one in Noksapyong called Petra, I believe. That's quite good. But yeah, Lebanese food is like, it's hard to find. So I have to try and make it myself in my air fryer and my one stove.
It's not the same.
Yeah. It's not the same. I miss it so much. But yeah, so Korea food is better.
Yeah, Korean food, I'd say.
Okay, on to the next one now. This one is entertainment. It's kind of a bit more vague, but in terms of like things to do here versus back home, where do you think there's more like entertainment?
Then I'm gonna have to say away. I think there's a lot more things going on because it is that like sort of like bally culture. There's always something happening. And in the UK, I'm from Bristol. It's not a small city, but I live more in the countryside. And here there's cinemas. Well, the cinemas back home, but there's like
that's the worst example you could give.
But there's a lot going on, like theme parks or like photo studios are open all the time, or arcades. There's like baseball. I don't know. There's just always seems to be one thing going on or another thing.
Definitely. So. And I think the fact that things are open all the time.
Yeah, right.
Like, there's a lot of 24-hour stuff here. It makes it so nice.
And half the time there's no one there, like shopkeeper. It's like nice.
Yeah, you can kind of do whatever you want your own time. It's nice. Okay, so away wins. Currently it's 2-1.
Okay.
Depending on how this one goes, you might have to do another one. But this last one is opportunities in terms of kind of professional life or business life or entertainment, whatever you want to go into. Like, where do you feel has more opportunities?
Then for that, I'm probably going to have to say away as well. There are opportunities in the UK, and it's probably better to have a more stable career. But I think in terms of where I'm at right now, probably Korea. I think also being like foreign and obviously looking different in Korea can play a part and give you more opportunities, and it's quite a developing country still. So there always seems to be like the need for different skills and things going on. I think because it's starting to like open up now to be more foreigner friendly.
Yeah.
There's also like a need for like foreign workers and stuff. So yeah, I'd probably say away for that.
Yeah, I agree. I think right now, like especially industry like entertainment and tech industry here, they want a lot of foreigner workers who can like speak with the English-facing clientele.
Yeah.
And deal with those things. And obviously, like you said, the way you look helps as well.
Right.
Because you're different. We're different here. We look different. We can do different type of things. Definitely plays a part. Wow. So the score was 3-1 to away.
Okay.
So it means maybe Korea is better than the UK.
For some things, not for everything, but yeah, for some things.
That leads on to the next question. It's quite an important question.
Okay.
Do you feel like you found your home in Korea?
Yes and no. I think I miss that family network, and like if there's a problem, you can just call your parents, your friends, and stuff. However, because I've been here for 5 years, over 5 years, I'm settled here, and if I'm away, I kind of miss the life that I have here. But I think no matter how long you've been away, and like what you have or don't have, home is sort of kind of where family is.
That's interesting.
So yeah, I'd probably say home is here, but there's always a part of me that misses like home, back home in England. Yeah, that's a difficult question.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
Because I think there's aspects of home. It's kind of like how you define home to yourself.
Right.
Like you said, like the parts that you miss, it's not necessarily the place, but it's the people.
Yeah.
So maybe if they all came to Korea, you wouldn't feel like that potentially.
I think that, yeah, I think that. And also like, I do feel no matter how long you've been here, you're still sort of cast aside of being like foreign. You wouldn't necessarily be Korean. I think that plays a part as well. So yeah, I probably have to say UK on that one.
Fair enough. Another question, which we'll delve into now, is in your time here, I mean, you've been here for a while, so I hope you have a juicy story for us. But what is kind of the craziest experience that you've had in Korea?
Craziest? Probably around my time traveling around, I went to Daejeon and I paid for the swimming pool, wanted to go in the swimming pool. Yeah, okay, no problem. Went in, I didn't realize it was like a naked changing rooms. I had this old man shouting at me. I had no idea what he was saying. I had my swim shorts on, went to take a shower, got in the pool, done a few lanes, and then like 2 people come over shouting. I was like, what's going on? They're like, oh, you need to go out. COVID, no foreigners in the pool. And like, someone obviously took my money, came in. There's a whole thing, and then I had to leave and they give me a refund. I was really, really annoyed.
Wow.
So that's one experience. And also going to a restaurant in Hongdae, out of all the places, there's quite a foreign tourist spot. And, you know, it wasn't busy. There were tables and like, oh no, you can't come in. I was like, why? Oh, only Koreans can come in. I was like, why? And like said in Korean, talking. I'm like, no. So that really wound me up as well.
Especially because you were speaking in Korean to them. Yeah, I think I've heard people have similar experiences with like no foreigners allowed kind of policies.
Right.
And I, as much as I do understand that they want to keep it very like local in some areas and like they don't want it to be like too loud, like because I feel like there's a misconception with foreigners that all foreigners are like these loud like yobby people that are going to come in and start shouting and like swearing and like, you know, being kind of uncivilized. So I get kind of why they do it from that aspect, but I don't think it's fair to have a blanket ban on everyone. Especially in Hongdae, out of all the places. Yeah, Hongdae, if you know about Hongdae, you know about Hongdae. But yeah, thank you for being here today. That about wraps it up. Yeah, thanks for having me. We're going to end it on a note of wisdom. For anyone that is feeling lost or wants to find kind of their home in the world, what would you recommend for them, or what advice can you give? I think if you're feeling in a rut or just a bit stuck, then it's good to travel and get away from what you know
and then you can kind of like settle and sort of find what makes you happy in life.
It's a good message.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And thank you guys all for watching today and for listening. Those of you on Spotify and Apple, thank you for listening. Make sure you guys like the show, rate it 5 stars. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, drop follows. I'll put up Lewis's links to his social medias on the screen. You guys can go drop a follow over there. And yeah, stay tuned. We've got a lot of more episodes coming soon. And yeah, it's going to be good. How was that?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Yeah.